我们先敬礼传承祖师。
Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dubdan Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, the Padma Kumara Yidam at Maha Twin Lotus Ponds. Sumo Danchen Katso Toten City. All Dharma Masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, temple and center directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
I still Siame Ora amico che quiero mucho Scoin Ichiba Kimoji Jumi Yapi Burin Burin Konnichiwa.
I would like to announce for next Sunday, November 13th at 3 p.m. There will be Golden Mother Homa Fire Offering Ceremony. This ceremony perhaps is the last ceremony before my return to Taiwan, correct? Yes. The first ceremony is Golden Mother, and the last one is also Golden Mother. After all, Golden Mother is the one who brought me into the Buddhist door, the one who made the Grandmaster Lu. And it's also her who told me that I am Padma Kumara. So all originated from Golden Mother. That's our true Buddha school. We can say that without the Golden Mother, there will not be Grandmaster Lu. And without Grandmaster Lu, there will not be Padma Kumara. And there will not be true Buddha school either. And events that's happening will not be here either without Golden Mother. Therefore, Golden Mother is the origin of everything at Activity School. So she deserves our reverence. It's beyond words. If I had not encountered the Golden Mother, now I would have been retired from the surveying world. Perhaps it would have been like this if I hadn't met Golden Mother. Graduated from the Survey Engineering College, work in the surveying field. The first highway in Taiwan was surveyed by me. And Thai from the north, at Yinan there's a big mountain. What is it called? What mountains are there in Yilan?
奇怪了，我突然之间年纪大，想不起宜兰那个山。
Pretty getting at old age, all of a sudden I cannot remember the name of that mountain.
宜兰有一座大山，从那里测量一直到台湾。
There's a big mountain in Yilan, and I started my survey from there all the way to Hongpitong.
到东部。
And then to the east, to Paitong. I did all the survey. So provide my service in the military for 10 years, and then retired and perhaps would just work at the surveying company. And then eventually retired and go back home and eat our own meals, and that's the end of life. There will not be Grandmaster Lu. Only because I encountered the Golden Mother, everything was changed. That's how human life is, about changes. I highly respect Golden Mother. I always call on her name every day to ask for her help. So this deity, the Golden Mother, is my reliance all my life. Now I remember the mountain Nanhu in Yilan. Anyone's been there?
有没有南无大善？
Check the internet.
为什么没有讲？
Yes, it's there. Why didn't you say that when I asked earlier?
南无大山。
The great mountain Lanhu, all the way to the end of Taiwan, Hongpito.
一直测量到那里。
So we serve it from Nanhu Mountain all the way to Kaohsiung, Dalian, Hongpito, and also serve it to the Mount Gongpe in Penghu. I have climbed all the mountains in Taiwan.
宜南在南湖大山。
Mount Nanhu in Yilan, at the back mountain of the Zinan Temple in Muza, at the Xianjiyan. Anyone living in Taipei know this? Xianjiyan. I also serve it there. And then to Hsinchu. What is that mountain called? Let's not forget it. What is that called? The mountain in Hsinchu?
我当然知道普陀山，但是那是佛教圣地。
Tiger Head Mountain. That's a Buddhist place.
我测量的地方。
Jenbi Mountain, the place where I did my survey.
在看店这个七顶，有一个叫七顶的地方。
And a place called Chiding, and then to Guanyao, Guiran in Tainan. There's a mountain there, and we serve it. And in Kaohsiung, Hongpito, and then Gongpe Mountain in Penghu. And Jenbi Mountain. This is the survey that I did from north to south to every. Today we perform Padma Kumara Homa, and I already said it earlier. Because there is Padma Kumara, therefore there is Grandmaster Lu. And Padma Kumara and Padma Sambhava are both emanations or transformations of Amitabha Buddha. Therefore, in the Tang Dynasty, there's a verse. The lotus youth meets the golden sage. The showers of flowers left and right. The marvelous heavenly sound heard above the clouds, and it is blissful more than the heavens. Therefore, Padma Kumara is also spreading the Pure Land of Sukhavati, the same with Guru Padma Sambhava. Guru Padma Sambhava is a lotus-born Bodhisattva. Do you remember that song?
就是那个，我们不管他这条歌的唱歌的人是谁，
We don't care the singer
他的行为怎么样。
or his conduct, but his song was still good.
有一片美丽的海，七朵莲花开，可爱的古人不知向我走来。他问我是否有前景，有爱。我说我有爱，所以七朵莲花开。Om Ahom Bhaja Guru Padma Siddhi Om. Om Ahom Bhaja Guru Padma Siddhi Om. Om Ahom Bhaja Guru Padma Siddhi Om. Om Ahom Bhaja Guru Padma Siddhi Om. 这条歌很好，这个是莲花生大师。
That song was marvelous about Guru Padma Sambhava.
跟莲花生大师。
So Padma Kumara and Padma Sambhava are not differentiated. He's lotus born, which is also lotus youth, and Padma Kumara too is a lotus youth, and there are many, many lotus youth.
讲一个笑话吧。
Let me share a joke.
亲爱的，我希望我们以后不要。
Dear, let's not argue anymore in the future. Do you know when two people are fighting, it's like tug of war? The wife spoke.
另一边就会受伤吗？
So, like if one let go and the other, the opposite, will be hurtful, will be hurt. No, the husband said. I just want to say, the heavy one, but the fat one will win. 小明上课，跟隔壁的女同学讲话。Xiaoming in class and was talking to his female classmate, and the teacher saw that and called on him. Xiaoming, stand up. Why are you talking to the girl next to you? And Xiaoming replied, oh, I'm just asking her a question. And the teacher said, if you have a question, you should ask the teacher instead. Xiaoming said, beautiful teacher, do you have time tonight? On a train, there's an elderly man, and there's a young mother sitting next to him, and her son kept tucking the mom's clothes and say, I want some milk. And mom said, it's not time yet, let's maybe after a few stations. And eventually mom took out a bottle of milk to feed the kid. And the old man immediately got off the train and mumbling, why didn't you say it's a bottled milk? I missed a few stations because of that.
很好笑。 好，现在进入主题，你问我答。
Now we'll get on the main topic, the question and answer.
师尊佛安。
Asked by Lian Hua Ting
在
Kun.
密教中，
Prime Master, in Tantric Buddhism, Mahakala is a tremendous protector. However, there are many different forms depending on the various origins, history, periods, and schools or religions. For example, there is one originated from Shiva or Heraja or thousand eye, thousand arm Avalokitesvara, or even the emanation of primordial Buddha, the Black Mahakala. So I like to ask several questions related to Mahakala in the true Buddha lineage. The first one. Was the six-armed Mahakala that Grandmaster transmitted an emanation of the home syllable inside the heart of the thousand eye, thousand arm Avalokitesvara? Second question. This black six-armed Mahakala's origin and crown, is it the 11th phase, thousand eye, thousand arm Avalokitesvara, or is it Amitabha? Grandmaster once transmitted his syllable to be more or home. So is it because the origin is different, that he has different seed syllables? If I practice the one emanated from home syllable inside Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, should I use blue or black home syllable? Thank you for your advice. I bow 3 times. Mahakala is the greatest protector in Tantric Buddhism. In Tibetan Tantrayana, Mahakala. Where did Mahakala come from? Let me tell you. Just by coincidence, last night, Mahakala's son came. At my home, Mahakala's son came. Mahakala and his consort Lamu gave birth to a son. So I asked him, how did you come about? How did Mahakala come about? And his son said, first, Mahakala is a demon god of Hinduism. There are the origins, Heraja, thousand eye, thousand arm, Avalokitesvara, or emanation from Kuan Yin. So I asked, Mahakala belonged to Hinduism. How did he go to Tibet? So Mahakala's son told me, 1. Nagarjuna Bodhisattva stroll on the bank of the Ganges River, and there was a a statue, a divine statue, floating on the river. So Nagarjuna picked it up and brought it to Nalanda temple. And so the statue was Mahakala. So it was Nagarjuna that picked up this statue and brought it to Nalanda temple. And in the 11th century, there was a great translator in Tibet. Called Ren Qin Suan Bu. He went to India. And saw this Mahakala. And he brought this Mahakala to Tibet in the 11th century. Called Ren Qin Suan Bu. So the translator from Indian Buddhism to Tibetan. So and then transmitted Mahakala to Tibet. And at his most prosperous time, there were many Mahakala temples in Tibet. That from the Mongolian dynasty, Kublai Khan highly revered Mahakala. Not Temujin, it's Kublai. So Kublai Khan highly revered Mahakala. So in his military fort, he also enshrined Mahakala. During the Mongolian or Yuan dynasty, they all worship Mahakala. And every time Kublai went into battles, he always prayed to Mahakala. So Mahakala was extremely popular in Yuan or Mongolian dynasty. At the Qing dynasty, Huang Taiji also had a gold made Mahakala in Beijing. Right now, we have a Mahakala temple. During the Qing dynasty, the temple from the Qing dynasty. And all this information was given to me by Mahakala's son. So now you know the origin. There are many legends about him. And his consort is called Lamu. Who is Lamu? Do you know? Have you been to Tibet? How many? Have you been to Lamu Lato Lake? Cho meaning lake. That's the lake for Mahasri. There we told groups they need to go to this lake, Lamu Lato. And then there would be an image appearing on the surface of the lake, and the scene where they'll be born, and the houses and the trees around it. That's the lake of Mahasri. So Lamu means Mahasri. So he was the son of Mahakala and Mahasri and came to my house last night. And there are many different many different legends about it. But at first that was a demon god of Hinduism, and there was one of his statue floating on the river and picked up by Nagarjuna, and then the great translator from Tibet in the 11th century brought it back to Tibet and became the greatest, the most important protector of Tantric Buddhism, Tibetan Tantrayana. Mahakala have several different names. One is the warring god, and second is the kitchen god. Third is the wealth or fortune god. And the fourth is the god in the cemeteries. In cemeteries. So 4 characteristics about Mahakala. So Japanese Tantrayana, Kobudaishi or Kukai,
把这个空海传到这个日本的大黑铁马哈嘎拉，就变成财神。
The Mahakala that Kukai brought to Japan became wealth deity. Of the 7 wealth deities, one of them is Mahakala, right? That's the one in Japan. Fortune god. So the battle god, kitchen god, wealth or fortune god, and the head of cemeteries. 4 special characteristics. So the black 6-armed Mahakala, origin and crown. Is it the 11 face, 1,000 Avalokitesvara or Amitabha's emanation? Yes, yes.
其本地和顶饰应该是11面。
And it was the 6th Mahakala, an emanation of the host level inside the heart of the 11 face, 1,000 Avalokitesvara, yes.
大力金刚。
The look of the appearance of Mahakala is similar to Mahabala, but not exactly. To recognize him, you need to recognize 4 special characteristics. On his head, 5 skull crowns, to symbolize the 5 poisons transformed into 5 wisdoms. And on his chest, the chanting beads are made of 51 skulls to represent 51 mind transformations. And one hand is holding a curved knife. This is important. And this curved knife
断除贪
to
嗔
cut
痴
off the greed, anger, illusion,
种的不好
doubt,
习性
and
贪嗔痴疑慢
arrogance, and all kinds of habitual tendencies to be cut
他
off.
拿着嘎巴拉
And the other hand is holding a kapala or skull cup filled
就是
with
甘露
nectar.
就是亲近这个东西嘎巴拉里面所装的
So what's inside kapala
以后呢，得到了甘露，身心
would give nectar to the drinker and purify the body and mind. So 4 important Dharma implements,
五罗
the important symbols,
51颗，
the 5 skull
一颗人头，
crown, 51 skull
另外
chanting
这
beads,
一种叶刀，这一
and one hand is holding a carved knife
玛嘎拉的象征，
or curved knife,
所有的
and the other hand holding
玛嘎拉
kapala.
形象。
There are many different forms of Mahakala. In Grandmaster's Buddha Tantric quarters, there is one 6-armed white Mahakala.
玛嘎拉的儿子跟我讲，
Mahakala's son
观
told
世
me
音菩萨的化身，
that was an emanation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva,
观世音菩萨的化身。
the 6-armed white Mahakala.
这黑六倍玛嘎拉
And the black 6-armed Mahakala
一面千手观音，或是阿弥陀佛。我告诉你了，
is it
11面千手
11
观音
face,
的
1,000-armed Avalokitesvara or
就是
Amitabha?
阿弥陀佛。
But let me tell you, the crown ornament of the 11-faced 1,000-eyed Avalokitesvara is Amitabha.
可以，因为它是观世音菩萨的11面，或者11面千手观音做
So
也是
on Mahakala's crown, it can be Avalokitesvara or Amitabha. Either one is
第二
fine.
个问题。
That's the answer to the second question. The third one,
神传体总日是末，
you transmitted the 6th syllable to be more or home.
因为本地不同，所以才有不同的。
So that's because the origin is different?
就是观世音菩萨心中吽日化现，第
So emanated from the home syllable inside Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Should I use blue or black home syllable?
你如果你供奉的玛嘎拉是6倍黑色的
If
玛
the
嘎
Mahakala you enshrine is the black 6-arm,
而且是
then you use black home syllable.
好，这是回答他的问题，回答他的问题。
That's my answer to his questions.
这样，但是玛嘎拉它的显化非常多的，有2倍，
But there are many appearances, 2-arm, 4-arm, 6-arm, 8-arm, and also 1,000-arm, 1,000-eyed.
这还有千手千眼，因为它
Mahakala,
清朝的皇太极
because he was
帮了
helping
蒙古
Huang Taiji of the Qing dynasty and Kublai Khan of the Mongolian dynasty. The Yuan dynasty and the Qing dynasty both highly revere
有
Mahakala.
玛嘎拉的庙，
And even in Beijing, there is a Mahakala
传到日
temple
本就变成福德神，就是
And
七财神之一。
transmitted to Japan. Mahakala is one of the 7 fortune gods.
它的画线很多不一样的，
There are many different
变化，
appearances,
因为每一
a
个
great
朝代不一
variety,
样，它变化
and different for
传说也很
different
多。
periods.
我得到的
And there are also many legends.
第一首，为什么呢？因为
The
是
first
玛嘎拉跟拉姆所生的儿子小玛嘎拉跟我们讲。
The little Mahakala, the son of Mahakala and Ramu told me all this.
好，我们现在这个讲维摩诘经。
Now we will talk about the Vimalakirti Sutra.
讲一个笑话吧。
Let me share a joke first.
因为感冒，流鼻水，
Because I
所以带
catch cold,
到去上
and because
电梯上楼的时候有
my nose keep
里头
running, so I wear 3 layers of mask. And someone farted in the elevator,
我戴着3个口罩，
and everybody was covering their nose, but luckily I cover my nose with 3
但是有人
layers of mask, and because I have stuffy nose, I didn't hear anything. But someone couldn't hold it and shouted, "Who is farting?"
戴着3个口罩来。
You say you need to ask someone with 3 masks is here.
算命师对小明讲：“你
The fortune teller told Xiaoming
朋友。”
that in your future life you'll have many girlfriends. And Xiaoming said, "Oh, you're so accurate."
因为小明讲说，
Because Xiaoming said, every time I tell a girl, they always tell me, "How about next life?"
小明养了一只鹦鹉，
Xiaoming
早上都
has a parrot, and every morning
你好，鹦鹉回答。
he would say, "Good morning, how are you?" And the parrot never replies, just nodded his head.
小明又一直很有恒心的教他，
So he keeps
鹦鹉就是点
teaching the parrot, "Good morning," and the parrot just nodded his head.
小明实在是累了，因为鹦鹉都不讲话。
And finally, Xiaoming gave up
就今天呢，
because the parrot never say anything.
早安，
So he didn't say that anymore.
就
And then the parrot said,
你见到我都不问好，
"How come you don't say hi?"
鹦鹉会讲话的。
So the parrot,
我为什么不问好？
the parrot actually can speak.
好，我们讲维摩诘经吧。
Now we will talk about the Vimalakirti Sutra.
为什么不办那个字呢？
Now we're talking about marvel-born Bodhisattva. Why didn't they change the character into lotus-born Bodhisattva?
啊，这个翻译的哦，这个翻
This translator into Chinese
维摩诘经把它翻成中文，真的是没有脑袋。
has no brain.
菩萨
Marvel-born
为什么叫妙生
Bodhisattva.
菩萨？
Why is he called marvel-born? There's a reason behind
这个
it.
菩萨
This Bodhisattva
证得无生，
has attained
无生
unborn,
有的无生，
the state of
生命的生。
unborn,
其实
birthlessness.
这个娑婆世界，
Actually, in the Saha world,
妙生菩萨来娑婆世界，
the marvel-born
跟
Bodhisattva
我昨天讲的，他是来随顺众生，
comes to the Saha world,
随顺
like what I said yesterday, to fulfill the wishes of sentient beings, to follow the Dharma nature and the Buddha nature. What it meant is, after he attained the state of birthlessness, his coming to the Saha world is to fulfill or follow the wishes of the sentient beings, to transform and deliver them. And so, continually to be reborn following affinities to deliver sentient beings. Then the one who does that is called marvel-born Bodhisattva. He has attained birthlessness. Sakyamuni Buddha under the Bodhi tree gained enlightenment. And then he thought, I might as well enter Nirvana. He wanted to leave from samsara because he understood the birthlessness. Therefore, he felt that since I am enlightened already, sentient being is no sentient beings. And because they are not sentient beings, they are called sentient beings. So after he realized this, he felt that it's best that I go back to the realm of Buddha. So Indra and Brahma came to beseech the Buddha to stay to turn the Dharma wheel, and thereafter he stayed. Otherwise, there would not be any Buddhism. So marvel-born means that he's realized the birthlessness. So being born according to affinity, that birth and death are the same. And he's being reborn continually without any pain and suffering. And then he would be called a marvel-born Bodhisattva. Now do you understand? So this Bodhisattva has gained enlightenment about birthlessness. So his birth is just following affinity. And he's delivering sentient beings accordingly, following the course of nature. So following the course of Buddha nature too, to deliver sentient beings. That's the meaning of marvel-born Bodhisattva. And then a few major, big, great Bodhisattva. The next one is flower ornament Bodhisattva. Flower. When you perform the 6 perfections, like what we mentioned earlier, giving or generosity, precepts, endurance, diligence, meditation, wisdom. These are the 6 perfections and called 6 paramitas. When you perform this, that's the cause. And because you perform this, it generates merit. And what is merit like? Like flower. Like flower. And the flower never wilt. So those are flowers that never wilt. Most worldly flowers are beautiful when they just bloom and then they wilt. But the one who's performing the 6 paramitas then generate merit, and the merit is ever present and never willed. And this is called flower. And then you use this flower to adorn the Pure Lands and Buddha verses. And such a bodhisattva is called a flower ornament bodhisattva. And flower ornament or avatamsaka is also the name of a school. So one flower, one world. So one flower is one world. So the 3 Avatamsaka Trinity are Sakyamuni Buddha, Manjushri Bodhisattva, and Samantabhadra Bodhisattva. So, following are great bodhisattvas. So, this Avatamsaka Bodhisattva is a bodhisattva to adorn the Pure Lands with the merit of 6 perfections. So, now do you know? The next one, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. This is too big. We all know Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva or Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. Every time I would call on her, Namo, the greatly loving and compassionate, who salvage us from suffering and calamities, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. The Vietnamese during the Vietnam War, the South Vietnamese left Saigon to go to the seaside called Tho Tun. I've been there. Have you? Anybody? Oh, several of you. That's by the seas. And then they got on the boats there. So refugees, they went to Hong Kong, Singapore by boats, and then many of them got to America. So Vietnamese refugees from that time, and they went to Australia and many countries around the world. But now the city has become Ho Chi Minh City, and I've visited that too. And I visited Tho Tun too and swam there in the ocean. And the waves were huge. Master Changzi's brother's wife told me that the refugees on the boats, that a boat that is for 30 people was packed with 300 people. And then when they have huge waves, they just chanted, Namo, the greatly loving and compassionate, salvaging from suffering and calamities, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. So at their most tormented moments, they pray to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. So these names mean that when upon hearing this prayers or sound, they would provide salvation upon hearing the suffering. Grand Master at the Si'en Temple learned how to chant.
念的就是这个藏。
So we sing it. The key maybe is a bit too high or too low.
这个经藏经忏我是这样子写，观世音菩萨普门品，他的观世音菩萨普门品，观世音菩萨是很伟大的一个菩萨。
So that's the Universal Gate Sutra of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And Avalokitesvara is a truly great bodhisattva, one of the 8 great bodhisattvas, the bodhisattva who provides salvation upon hearing suffering. The whole Tibet is the spiritual center of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Every Tibetan chants Om Mani Padme Hum. It's truly tremendous. The whole Tibet is chanting Om Mani Padme Hum.
它的净土就是普陀洛迦山，浙江
And his pure land is Mountain Buddhaloka in the Zhejiang province. That's the spiritual center of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, a truly tremendous Bodhisattva, the most compassionate. I often chant Namo Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, also Namo Amitabha, Namo Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, Namo Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva, which is the same, the greatly powerful Bodhisattva, the same, also the ever diligent Bodhisattva. And the look or appearance of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, the most important one is to hold the nectar vase and a willow branch to sprinkle the pure water. That's how great he is. Why is he called the providing salvation upon hearing? Because he observed the sound of samsaric suffering, and then they would look for the sound and provide salvation. And there are many appearances of Avalokitesvara and also many transformations. Like the thousand-eyed, thousand-armed Avalokitesvara has 11 faces, which means that he is the 11th ground of Bodhisattvahood, which is the same as Buddhahood. Therefore, in the past, he was the correct Dharma, radiance Tathagata. And now Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, tremendously great Bodhisattva that I highly revere. Now you all know about Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, right? He also have myriad transformations and emanations, providing salvation everywhere, seeking the sound of suffering and manifesting themselves there. And Mahakala too is one of his manifestations. The next one is Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva, or greatly powerful bodhisattva, which is the Pure Land Trinity, Amitabha, Avalokitesvara, and Mahastamaprapta. In Mahayana Buddhism, he looks the same as Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, only that he's holding a different thing. He's holding a bouquet of lotus buds. So lotus usually open or have blossom, but this lotus are still in buds, enclosed. That belongs to Mahastamaprapta Bodhisattva. At 26, upon the insight by Golden Mother, I started my Buddhist studies at the South Gate Bridge in Taichung. There was the 5802 survey team, and behind there is a Buddhist hospital, which is of course a Buddhist hospital. And in there is a Tai Si museum there. And two of his disciples are very famous in Taiwan. One is Master In Xun, which is the guru that I took refuge in, and the second one, who studied Tibetan Tantrayana, that's called Fa Zun. He's also a translator. He translated Tibetan sutras into Chinese. Fa Zun translated many Tibetan texts, and together with Master In Xun in Sichuan, at the Jingyin Mountain, and they were in retreat there. One believed in Tantrayana, called Fa Zun, and the other one is the three treatise school of Nagarjuna, and both of them were disciples of Tai Si Master Tai Si. So, Master In Xun is the head of the three treatise school. So, In Xun Master corrected Fa Zun's text. So they did not get along, and always in arguments. One is Mahayana, one is three treatises. So after arguing, finally they become fighting. They are both disciples of Tai Si Master Tai Si. And because Master In Xun was weaker, he fell from the cliff and broke his teeth. That's what I heard. But please don't believe it, okay? Don't believe this rumor. So Fa Zun walked the tantric path, and In Xun Master walked the three treatise school path. I was talking about Mahastamaprapta Bodhisattva. Why? I was talking about the Tai Si Museum or Memorial. It's on the side of the Puti Hospital. And there was a guru or teacher Li Bingnan, who belonged to Pure Land sect, was expounding on Mahastamaprapta Bodhisattva Yuan Tong Zhang. The sutra,
谁知道这个
念佛圆通藏
经典？
Oops. Which sutra is this from?
圆通藏。
This Mahastamaprapta chapter
华严
on
经啊，你怎么知道？
how do you know?
看过了。哦，你听过啊？听过也算可以了。
Oh, you heard it? It's from
没错，
Avatamsaka
大势
Sutra.
菩萨就是我在那里听经的。李炳老师。
So that is correct. I was listening to the sutra exposition there by
观世音菩萨
Master Li Bingnan.
是菩萨为什么叫大势呢？因
So
为他的威神之力。
why is he called the greatly powerful Bodhisattva Mahastamaprapta? Because he has tremendous
魔龙
power.
的震动，
When he stomped his feet, the
大家都尊
demon's palace would tremble.
接近老百姓嘛，比较接地气。
You know, everybody worship Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva and Kuan Yin because they are close to sentient beings, but they don't know anything about Mahastamaprapta Bodhisattva.
也是什么？
What is it about?
菩萨
Which one?
陪衬的吧？
Maybe just a company?
他也是一个
No,
菩萨，
he's also a great
大
Bodhisattva,
菩萨，
greatly powerful
都
Bodhisattva.
是他的别称。
The greatly diligent Bodhisattva are all of his names.
他的脚啊，听说他脚
His feet,
踩大力一点，
I heard
红都会震
that
动。
if he just stomp his feet with a little bit more strength, that the palaces of the demons would
显义
tremble, shake.
显立法委员，显
So if you want to be elected councilman
这
or
一尊啊，
legislator or
第
president,
一名的，
this deity would be number one for it.
你只要恭敬他，称他的号，
As long as you respect him and call on his name, you would
得到很大的
create popularity
势力，跟你
with
的权
people,
力
and
会
you
会
would have great power and
这个就是得
authority.
菩萨。
And this is the
为什么叫做得大势？你
greatly powerful
得到
Bodhisattva.
很大的势力，
Why is he called this? Because you will gain great power.
我告诉你一个秘密，
Let me tell you a secret. The ring on this hand
是那个越南到了法国
was given by the Vietnamese that went to France,
这个戒指，这一手的这个戒指
and the ring on this hand was
，president
given by a president.
是 president， 所赠送 president。
Was gifted by a
国家
president.
去
When I visited that
场
country
地会全部
to conduct a ceremony, the venue
然后
was all covered by the
跟
president,
他的这个秘书、
and the
跟他的
president
总
and his
秘
secretary,
书长、跟情报部
the
长、
chief secretary, the national security
第5任总统、
chief, and the fifth
总统都来，
president
不是
and the president came, did not come for the ceremony, but
升上来，
they came
在我
through
这
a
个
secret
总统套
passage,
房的隔壁，然后
and
门打开，有一个餐厅，
to
我们在那边聚餐。
go up next to my president's suite. That's
这
a
个戒指
restaurant, and we dined together there. So this ring was given by this president.
这个，因为我讲的都对呀，所以我这次回台湾了。
Because what I said is correct.
秘书长。
So this time I went back to Taiwan.
会回到台湾来找我。
The chief secretary will fly to Taiwan to look for me.
他一定要先通知中国。
Every time one time he flew to Taiwan to meet me, he had to notify China.
中国中央就给他讲
I want to go to Taiwan. And China asked why.
秘书长
And the chief secretary said, I want to go to Taiwan to meet a guru.
中国中央回答
And China replied,
很多师父
we have many gurus
你都
here,
不来见
and you don't come here,
见一个师
and
父
yet you're going to Taiwan to meet your guru. And that guru is me.
我告诉你哦，他是我们出不了 school 的弟子。
He's also a true Buddha school disciple.
他有参加过台北的法会，
He's attended ceremonies at the Taiwan temple.
就是那个党，执政党的
So
秘书长。
the chief secretary of the
他又
party,
会这一次我回去，他又要到
and he would come to Taiwan
到台湾
again
的时候要先通过中国，
this time.
要跟中国讲，
And but beforehand he had to notify China. So, otherwise he's afraid to be misunderstood. Now do you understand?
大势至菩萨得大势。
Mahastamaprapta Bodhisattva, or the greatly powerful Bodhisattva. If you want to become a president,
你想要选国会议员，
or you want to become a senator
念他的名号，
or a rep, it's best to chant this Bodhisattva and chant his name. It will increase your power.
小明有一次考试完回到家，
Xiaoming, after test, got
考
home,
得如何啊？
and mom asked, how's your test today? And Xiaoming
你要
replied,
我诚实讲，还是不诚实讲？
do you want me to say it truthfully or
当然
not?
是诚实讲啊。
And mom said, of course, truthfully.
那我考100分，
Then I got 100. Why?
诚以实讲。
Oh, this is playful of Chinese. Times 10, so I got a 100.
其实他这个考试，
In Chinese, it sounds the same.
然后他妈妈说要诚实讲，他就100分。小明还是很聪明。
Xiaoming is very smart. Oh, money bring me home.